announcements. We have a living legend with us, Faith Petric, one of the few people I know that actually walks the talk and has done it for longer than most of us have been alive. Let's hear for Faith Petric.
Thank you, Andrew. Lisa and Evan came to my house to ask me if I would come and sing some songs that they heard me sing. I think at the country fair or on a CD or something like that. And I'm so delighted that you did. The idea is that you're supposed to sing along. Not at all of them, because some of the ones they requested don't have choruses. You just have to sit and listen But start out with a song that I hope a lot of you know. It's a song Melvin Reynolds wrote called The Magic Penny. And I've discovered to my absolute horror that some people don't know what a magic penny is. A magic penny is one you get, and if you give it away, you suddenly have 2 pennies. So you give 2 pennies away and you have 4. And so you get the idea. So this is love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. It's just like a magic penny, hold on tight and you won't have any. Let it spend it and you'll have so many, they'll roll all over the floor. For love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. Money's dandy and we like to use it, but love is better if you don't refuse it. It's a treasure and you'll never lose it unless you lock up your door. For love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. So let's go dance until the break of day, and if there's a piper, we can pay. For love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. Yes, love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more. To do is called Geritol Gypsy. You all know what Geritol was? It's sort of my theme song, actually, because I do a bit of traveling, or have in the past done quite a lot, and so this is one of the ones they asked for. It does have a chorus. It may be a little bit hard to pick up on, but try. And by the time we get to the last chorus, well, you'll all be helping me out, I hope. When I get old and my head turns gray, I know for sure where I don't want to stay. Old folks' homes for Leisureville or condo by the sea. When the work's all done and the kids are grown, time at last is all my own. I know just the life I want for me. I'm gonna be a Geritol gypsy, driving RV 10 yards long. Gonna roll on down the interstate, just singing a highway song. I'm gonna be a Geritol gypsy underneath the open sky. Gonna be a Geritol gypsy till I die. I'm gonna ramble around from town to town. You never know where I might be found in a getaway or roadside dress from Maine to Mexico. So pump me 40 gallons, bub. I'm gonna go with that good Sam Club wherever that highway takes me. I'm gonna go. Chorus, try that. I'm gonna be a Geritol gypsy, driving RV 10 yards long. Gonna roll on down the interstate, just singing a highway song. I'm gonna be a Geritol gypsy underneath the open sky. Gonna be a Geritol gypsy till I die. You would find me in a rocking chair in that old park bench. I won't be there. I'll be sitting in the pilot house of a tin chateau on wheels. In the mountain morning, in the desert night, rattling grandma doing all by the wild goose fields. I'm gonna be a Cherokee gypsy, riding army in your car. Gonna roll on down the interstate, just singing a highway song. I'm gonna be a Cherokee gypsy underneath the open sky. Gonna be a Cherokee gypsy till I die. For so many years I was so bored, but now I've got my just reward with an IRA, my pension plan, and my Social Security. The long, hard pull of last is done, and damn it, I'm gonna have some fun. That's me. I'm gonna be a Cherokee gypsy, ride on me in your car. Gonna roll on down the highway, just singing a highway song. I'm gonna be a Cherokee gypsy underneath the open sky. Gonna be a Cherokee gypsy till I die. They've only gone and sang along the whole time. I always try to find some kind of excuse. I haven't thought of one yet to to tell people that I just had my birthday a couple of weeks ago, and I'm 87 now. Oh, there you always gives you some applause. I just love that. Well, the next one, also a special request, is called Waltzing with Bears.
Oh, yeah.
Some of you know it. I've never heard any two people sing it just the same, but you'll have to follow my way. In the chorus, I basically go wah, 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 5 times. Yeah, 5, I'm sure of that. And then a little later on, we do it 3 times, so you can at least get in on that part of it. Oh, my Uncle Walter goes waltzing with bears. It's a most unbearable state of affairs. Every Saturday night, he creeps down the stairs, sneaks out of the house, and goes waltzing with bears. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. And there's nothing on earth Uncle Walter will do. So he can go waltzing, wah, 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 waltzing. He can go waltzing with bears. Now I went to his room in the middle of the night. I tiptoed inside and I turned on the light. But to my dismay, he was nowhere in sight. And I'm sure Uncle Walter was waltzing that night. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. And there's nothing on earth Uncle Walter will do. So he can go waltzing, wah, wah, waltzing. So he can go waltzing with bears. Well, we brought Uncle Walter a new coat to wear. But when he comes in, it's all covered with hair. And lately we've noticed there's several big tears. And we're sure Uncle Walter's been waltzing with bears. He's been wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. And there's nothing on earth Uncle Walter will do. So he can go waltzing, wah, wah, waltzing. He can go waltzing with bears. Well, we told Uncle Walter that he should be good and do all the things that we said that he should. But we know that he'd rather be off in the wood. And we're afraid that we'll lose him for good. When he goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. And there's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do. So he can go waltzing, wah, wah, waltzing. So he can go waltzing with bears. Well, we begged and we pleaded with Uncle Walter to stay. And we managed to keep him inside for a day. Then the bears all barged in and they took him away. Now he's dancing dancing with pandas, and we don't understand it. The bears all demanded at least one waltz a day. Waltzing with bears, raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. And there's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do. So he can go waltzing, waltzing. He can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Now my Aunt Matilda is mad as can be. She says, Walter, that rat, never waltzes with me. So she took her fur coat and remodeled it so. Now she can go waltzing and Walter don't know. She goes waltzing with bears, raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. And there's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do. So he can go waltzing, waltzing. He can go waltzing with bears. Thank you. The next one is a love song written by Utah Phillips, the golden voice of the great Southwest. No chorus, I'm sorry. Touch me when I'm working, touch me when I'm reading, when I'm not looking, surprise me with your hands, lightly, without thinking, touch me. Sometimes when I'm turning, brush me with your fingertips. Know me with their gentleness, not always, but now and then, lightly, without thinking, touch me. I've never asked in words before, but said them all in holding. Told you with my reaching, but now my arms are breaking, so lightly, without thinking, touch me. Touch me through the darkness in all my secret places. Lift me out of sleeping and call me from my dreams. Lightly, without thinking, touch me. Touch me when I'm working. Touch me when I'm reading. When I'm not looking, surprise me with your hands, lightly, without thinking, touch me. This list here is a song that's certainly appropriate to the area in which we are. Always beautiful Mother Nature around here, those wonderful redwoods that made such an incredible hoopah. Boy, it was so gorgeous out there. Chorus is not that easy, but you seem to be doing awful well. So, she made the Georgia beaches, the California beaches, cliffs along the Moonlight Bay. The lindens and the larches and the metatarsal arches, molybdenum and DNA. Well, here's to Mother Nature, here's to Mother Nature for dreaming of the moon and sun. We better break it gently, but it seems that evidently nearly all her work is done. And she's been standing in the way of progress. Someone ought to set her down. Except for a couple of window boxes, she doesn't have a place in town. Now we appreciate her efforts, but we gotta make it clear she's standing in the way of progress. We can take it on from here. Well, she said, I beg your pardon, but would you spare my garden when you put your pipeline through? And your wires and your towers electrocute my flowers, and would you spare my bird bath too? Well, here's to Mother Nature, here's to Mother Nature. I do believe she works real hard. But there is only one way that we can build that runway, and that is through her big backyard. And she's been standing in the way of progress. Someone ought to set her down. Except for a couple of window boxes, she doesn't have a place in town. Now we appreciate her efforts, but we gotta make it clear she's standing in the way of progress. We can take it on from here. Now we tolerate her twisters, her poison ivy blisters, and learn to love her grouse and floods. Then we do a couple of dishes, and she bellies up the fissures and blames it on a few soap suds. Well, here's to Mother Nature, here's to Mother Nature, a little overwork, no doubt. I hope that she can make it, but she doesn't seem to take it as well as she can dish it out. And she's been standing in the way of progress. Someone ought to set her down. Except for a couple of window boxes, she doesn't have a place in town. Now we appreciate her efforts, but we gotta make it clear she's standing in the way of progress. We can take it on from here. Now no one would deny her the option to retire. We'll put her in a lovely home with artificial flowers and automated showers she will never need to roam. Yes, here's to Mother Nature, here's to Mother Nature. I think she needs a good long rest. She acted like a child and just let things grow wild. Obvious that we know best. And she's been standing in the way of progress. Someone ought to set her down. Except for a couple of window boxes, she doesn't have a place in town. Now we appreciate her efforts, but we gotta make it clear she's standing in the way of progress. We can take it off from here.
What's that?
Okay, the next one does have a very important part where we all go together. The name of this song is Garbage. That's what you have to list, right? Okay. So there's a part in the chorus where I say garbage, and then the idea is you all respond with garbage. Not necessarily in the same key or the same tempo or anything. So with a little enthusiasm, a lot of soul in your garbage, please. Mr. Thompson calls the waiter, orders steak, baked potato, but he leaves the bone and gristle and he never eats the skin. A busboy comes and takes it with a cough, contaminates it, puts it in a can with coffee grounds and sardine tins. And a truck comes by on Friday and carts it all away. And 1,000 trucks just like it are converging on the bay. Oh, garbage. 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 We're filling up the seas with garbage. 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 What will we do when there's nothing left to see but garbage? Garbage. Mr. Thompson starts his Cadillac, winds it up the freeway track, leaving friends and neighbors in a hydrocarbon haze. He's joined by lots of smaller cars, all sending gases to the stars. There to form a seething cloud that hangs for 30 days. And the sun beats down upon it with its ultraviolet tongues till it turns to smog and settles down and ends up in our lungs. Oh, garbage. 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 We're filling up the skies with garbage. 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 What will we do when there's nothing left to breathe but garbage? Garbage. In Mr. Thompson's factories, they're making plastic Christmas trees, complete with silver tinsel and a geodesic dome. This stuff is made in giant vats from some conglomeration that then piped from deep beneath the sea or strip mined from the land. And if you ask them anything, they say, why don't you see? It's absolutely essential for the economy. Oh, garbage.
Garbage!
Their stocks and their bonds, all garbage.
Garbage!
What will they do when their system goes to crash? There's no value to their cash. There's no money to be made. There's a world to be repaid. Their kids will read in history books of financiers and other crooks, of dukedoms and of slavery, of nukes and other knavery. To history's dustbin they're consigned, along with many other kinds of garbage.
Garbage!
Now, the next one on this list is sauerkraut. Oh, okay, goody. It's a wonderful song, but you know, it doesn't have any chorus, so.
Yeah!
Are you willing? Well, if you're willing to sit here and listen to one?
Yes!
Thank you. I really couldn't have said anything else. Well, this song is the story of a working woman, not outside the home. And she's cleaning the refrigerator when a friend stops by. Come on in and have a chair. Today's the day I clean the fridge. We can talk while it's defrosting. Pardon all the mess. How you been? I just got back from Elgin, Illinois myself. To me, the charm of traveling is fading, I confess. Could you reach that pot of water on the stove so I can put it in the freezer? This is so arcade, don't you think? This one glass, the ice tube will come and fix kind of welded to some garbage, to some broccoli. God, I think that's broccoli. Why is this broccoli pink? Well, how about this onion dip? You think it's any good? Or could I toss it to the dog? It looks okay, but I don't know. By the way, I stopped in at the Belvedere Oasis, which is such a pretty name for such an ugly place to go. They sell you little sandwiches about the size of Oreos, charge you for a quarter. I bought one anyhow. Now look at this, it's sauerkraut. When did we have sauerkraut? Whatever this stuff was, it sure is sauerkraut by now. Coming back, I heard a show about Oppenheimer, what's his name? How they built the bomb to prove a point. They didn't even know if it would start a chain reaction that would move into the atmosphere and pulverize the joint. Could you dump this ice out in the bathtub for me? Can you dig it? Here we're dumping out the ice to make room to make more ice. How do you like a chicken that came over with Columbus? Well, I've got one here. Don't mention it, dear. That's what friends are for. Remember back in grammar school, they used to have those drills where they would make us hide beneath our desks for when the bomb would come. Well, to hell with those evacuation routes and all those shelters. I just bought myself a desk. You know, I'm really not so dumb. These carrots were a little more excited when I bought them. Here's a slice of bread, looks like a $40 bill. Here's a thing of Tupperware that's full of marijuana. If this stuff improves with age, it's probably good enough to kill. Someday, someday in my lifetime, if I get it all together, I'll go out and buy a new one. This one's got to go. Now, why would anybody keep a yam as long as I have? Guess I thought it'd come in handy, and you never really know. When Adam was created, he dwelt in Eden's shade. 1,000,000 years ago, when first the earth was made, 10,000 times 10,000 of creatures swarmed around. Before Eve was created or any mate was found, he had no conversation, he dwelt as one alone. Then to his admiration he found he'd lost a bone. Great was his exultation when first he saw his bride. Great was his admiration to see her by his side. This woman was not taken from Adam's head, we know, so he must not rule o'er her, it seems to tell us so. This woman, she was taken from under Adam's arm, and so he must protect her from hunger and from harm. This woman, she was taken from next to Adam's heart, and so this seems to tell us that they must never part.